What's good, everybody? It's the boy KD coming at you again with another One Piece manga chapter review. I gotta say, this week's chapter, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're getting a continuation from last week's chapter of all the events going on at Orochi's castle. And I gotta say, the conclusion to this is actually well put together, well paced, and the twists and turns that you're taking through this chapter, you will greatly appreciate it if you haven't already read it. And if you have read it, then you know everything that I'm talking about already. Alright, now I'm gonna start off with saying this though. Look, listen, I know I look like yesterday, but here's the thing, okay? I just want you to know that I was up streaming. Alright, I did my first stream yesterday. It was an utter failure. I have to say that right now. I'm not sure if it's something that's with Mixer, or I'm not sure if it's something that the creators of Jump Force, told Mixer, hey, or might have told all streaming platforms, do not allow cutscenes to be shown. But all throughout my stream last night of Jump Force, playing story mode, every cutscene that we came across, it kept going to the pause screen on Mixer, and as well as it translated to the same way over here on YouTube. So I do apologize about that to anybody who actually watched, and I also heard that there was some audio issues as well, so I'm apologize for that one too. But please believe I'm going to get everything situated so I can start streaming games on this channel, as well as I might continue to do Mixer. Mixer kind of rubbed me the wrong way last night and this morning. So, we'll just have to see about that. But let's go ahead and get into this chapter review. This is One Piece manga chapter 933. Now we start off with a cover page of Inaru and some frogs playing around with some bubble gum. They're blowing bubbles and floating up into the sky. And if you could tell, if you look at the bottom of the picture here, you will see that it actually takes place in Skypiea, or, among one of the Sky Islands. Maybe it's the one that Inaru actually originates from. Now, I'm okay with this one because, hey, again, I don't have nothing against frogs. I actually played around frogs when I was a kid, but it actually has the boy Inaru in it, and we ain't seen Inaru in forever. The last time we seen Inaru was actually in another series of cover pages, going over his whole trip on the moon and whatnot. So to see him again, me, hey, I'm happy to see the boy Inaru. Maybe we'll get to see him somewhere in the future, in actually one of the future chapters or something of that nature. But, we all can dream, right? So anyway, alright, we open up, we show, Orochi's castle sitting on the Sakura tree again. And once we get into the castle, like I said, we get a continuation of the showdown between Orochi and Kurosaki. Now, we actually get confirmation that Orochi has a mythical zone. This is the snake fruit model Yamato Orochi. Alright, I'm not mad. I thought last week there was going to be another dragon, but hey, mythical zone, that's even better. Look, listen, in all honesty, we can't have too many dragons in this arc, all right? Because then it won't be known as Wano arc no more. It'll be known as Dragon's arc, all right? And we ain't even got the actual real dragon in any of this, all right? So, all right, I'm glad that he got just a regular mythical zone and it's actually the snake fruit. But anyway, so he's telling her to, apologize to him, and the punishment that she will receive will be light. Now, Kurosaki, she already said she's a warrior daughter. She's not bowing to nobody. She's not begging for forgiveness. Ain't none of that happening. All right. And Orochi just completely spazzes out. All right. After she reaffirms that, pretty much forget what you're talking about. You're the one in the wrong here. You know what I'm saying? He spazzes out, and instead of attacking Kurosaki, he started attacking his own people. Like, why? Why in the world are you attacking your own people? Like, are you that blinded by rage that you need to attack your own men? And they even saying, why are you coming over this way? We have nothing to do with it. But he's still pretty much chomping them down, so, all right, you transform and now you can eat people. All right, you already look goofy, in this form, because it still has your goofy face. But your main threat is to actually eat people. Now, here's my thing. I don't know how fast he actually becomes in this form, but I would have to imagine that as long as you can evade and you got some good observation hockey, that you're not going to get eaten. So the only real people that's, at threat here is just common people that, aren't fighters and don't have any sense of observation hockey. And I mean, even if you don't have observation hockey, I mean, I'd imagine as long as you, have good agility, that you would probably be able to, evade him. But either way, eventually he does end up getting Kurosaki in his jaws. And he tell her, go ahead and apologize or I'm going to crush you right here, And at that moment, there is so much chaos going on in the banquet hall. We cut over and we see Robin, who has Otoko. There we go. I have a problem pronouncing these names, so please forgive me if I butcher anything, and please allow me to take my time pronouncing them, just so I can get them right for you. But we have Robin and Otoko over there. They're dealing with the ninjas, and Otoko's asking Robin, hey, please save Kurosaki, she doesn't need to die. And Robin's like, save her? I don't even know if I'm going to be able to save us, okay? And you're the one who pissed off Orochi in the first place. This is all your fault. Now, I have to agree with Robin here. This is all your fault. Like, listen, I'm all for, your customs or whatever and your beliefs and how y'all do things over there. But it seems to me that maybe Otoko's calling isn't going to be a geisha. Okay, I just have to say that, because if this is you right now and you're in training, I understand you're in training, you're not going to be perfect, plus she's still a child, but you don't have any seriousness to you. Now, maybe that's because of your, upbringing, your backstory, because I ain't gonna say I'm pretty sure, but we might get her backstory into why she's the way she is, but at the same time, I'm like, why is there even a child here in the first place? I don't care who she is, okay? I don't care who she's here with. She has no business being here, So, yeah, this is totally her fault. But, needless to say, Robin is surrounded by the ninjas. And now we actually get to see that there are actually two ninjas, that actually are riding Whiscash. Okay, so the Pokemon Whiscash does exist in the world of One Piece. No, I'm just joking, but they are some sort of catfish whale thing that they're riding on. To each their own. I prefer walking, and driving to get around, but riding around on a floating whale is what you do. Then by all means, go ahead. But then we see Brook. He shows up to scare the ninja off, in which they actually do become scared. Like, you would think ninja wouldn't be afraid of a ghost, but they actually are. They shoot on out, and Brook, says to Robin, I'm here to save you. She's like, well, now you done made yourself known, the situation has just become even more difficult. Well, in the meantime, we have Nami, or Onami, and hold up, Shinobu, there we go. Like I said, let me take my time. My memory bad here, so please forgive me. But we have Shinobu up in the ceiling, and they're saying, what should we do now? Because now Brook is involved in what's going on. There's something need to happen. But one of the other ninjas that was up in the ceiling, and we find out his name is Hanzo. He comes up behind Nami, in which I have to say, Hanzo, I gotta give you mad respect. Sir, you have a iron spirit, okay? You take your job very seriously, because the fact that you came up behind Nami, who was in that short kimono looking ninja get up, knowing that them cheeks out, okay? And I ain't never seen Nami with any we gonna say underneath lines, but I'm assuming she ain't got an owner. So, sir, I commend you. I commend you for not being distracted. But he comes in saying, Shinobu, is that you? Are you the man killer Kanochi? And he's like, nah, couldn't be. I got you confused with somebody else. Because in his flashback, in his mind thinking on Shinobu, the man killer, she's beautiful. And now we get to see something not so beautiful in terms of, the Shinobu that we know. Now, I believe it's just a transition that she's older now, but, because the way Oda does it, I'm not quite sure, but it seems like up to a certain age, women retain their hourglass, sexy figure, youth and vigor and stuff of that nature. And then all of a sudden, boom, they turn into, what we know Shinobu as. But, it's only been, 20 years now? So, there's no telling how old Shinobu is. But either way, yeah. So it's a complete difference. But Shinobu, she's offended by this. And she immediately launches off at him. Ninja art. Ball crusher. Now, I'm not sure what she threw. Because it was just that fast, I'm guessing it couldn't have been a ninja star. Because she said ball crusher. So it had to be something with some solid mass to it. But either way, Hanzo went down immediately. Okay? And then Shinobu says ninja art paralysis. And Nami in the background, she's like, what? No, this isn't a technique. You added that on after the fact that he went down. His nuts are clearly crushed, okay? Okay, he can't move. He's a guy. Listen, you hit a guy nuts, he going down, okay? Ladies, you know this. Listen, this isn't extra ninjutsu, okay? So, but it's a good laugh, for a serious moment. So, thumbs up to Shinobu on that one, Great ninja art technique. But she also unleashes another ninja art technique in which it baffles me because this ninja art called Sexy Ninja Art Dry Garden. Places a hand on the ceiling, okay? They're in the ceiling, so, she places her hand on the ceiling and it collapses in on top of Orochi, in which this knocks Kurosaki out of Orochi's mouth. Alright, so now all complete hell has broken loose in this banquet hall. Alright? So what worse can happen now? Well, we see Kiyoshiro. He appears in front of Kurosaki and says, hey, you know what's up? Are you ready now? And Kurosaki's just like, I am. And my man slices her down. What? Why? Yo, I knew he said it was going to be a bloodbath, but I was thinking maybe he was just so battle hungry, so battle crazy that he was just going to get to slicing up people, kind of like how Cavendish alter ego is. I can't think of the name of the alter ego right now, but yeah, the way that his alter ego is, but maybe Kiyoshiro is, that's just how he is in general, it isn't an alter ego. This is just how he is, long as ain't no drama going on, he cool, but as soon as drama pops off, he doesn't, black out or anything. He just immediately goes into slicing anything, everything up. That's what I thought was going to happen, okay? Or at the very least, I thought he was going to go in on Orochi, not Kurosaki. And she's out, and everybody is flipping out. They like, oh my God, the Koro-san, she's dead. She's dead. Kurosaki has died, and one of the people, matter of fact, is actually Kirshira, I believe, is actually making a statement that if you live like this, it's bound that you die early, pretty much. And Orochi, he's living now, so he's going after Kirshira, asking him, why would you do this? Some of the other guys, they like, would you go this far just to prove your loyalty? And Kirshira pulls out, if you remember, those little pieces of paper that had the mark of the mark for the rebellion that they're gonna have going on. I can't think of the name of it right now. Y'all gotta forgive me. Look, listen, it's early in the morning, okay? But and he's looking at it, and he just gives a smile. And so I'm guessing maybe he's actually gonna defect to the other side, or maybe he was never with Orochi and Kaido to begin with. Maybe this has just been some big ploy, just to be close to Orochi. I'm not sure, but I also don't think Kurosaki is dead, because you gotta understand, he's a ninja. I mean, not ninja. He's a samurai, and he knows what he's doing. Like, he seems like he's a professional. I imagine that he probably cut her to where blood would be drawn, but not to kill her. So I'm pretty sure she's still alive. But so with that, is that the end of the, I don't believe that is the end of the chapter. Oh, right, something else does happen. We go back over to the Curry District, back in Leftover Town. And who do we see? We see Big Mom. Big Mom, Chopper, and gang. And Big Mom is back to acting like Lillian. Yes, the 6-year-old girl that we got in the flashback during the whole Cake Island arc, she's back to acting like her. And they even went so far as to call her Old Lynn. Well, I guess now she has a cover-up name as well while in Wano. So, won't nobody recognize her. Now, look, listen, I know the people of Wano, they don't know nothing of the outside world. But, I mean, do you really got to give them this epithet? Because you don't even change her appearance at all. Okay? You don't. She still looks just the same. She still got a homie hat on, in which he seems like he's knocked out. So I'm not sure what's going on with that there. How long do homies remain knocked out, after, losing consciousness? I'm just not sure with that one, because you would think that by now he would have woke up and said, hey, look, listen, you're Emperor of the Sea, you're Big Mom, okay? You're here to get revenge on them, all right? But no, he like I said, he just still knocked out. But like I said, she's back to acting like Lillian, and being all nice and sweet. And even when Osuru tells her that there's no more food to give, she's like, well, that sucks, but it was really yummy, and she's being a complete sweetheart. And Chopper's like, yo, we really need to get out of here, because if she regains her memory, it's going to turn really, really bad. So I'm not sure where they're going to head to. No. They're going to Udon. Not sure what Udon is. I'm not recalling that one. Again, it's early in the morning. Please forgive me. But I imagine that it's, I believe it's where the rest of, everybody else at, Control and Law and all them. I believe that's where they're at, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, I could be mistaken. But either way, she asks, as long, well, she don't ask. She says, as long as there's more good food there, I'm all for it. And gives a thumb up and a smile with a thumb hanging out. I mean, not a thumb, a tongue hanging out. What is this? Look, listen, I'm getting a kick out of the fact that she has amnesia, and the fact that she's went back to acting like the 6-year-old Lin. Yeah, that's comical. That's comical. But I'm wondering as into where this is going and how long will we be experiencing Lin and not Big Mom. And I wonder how that exchange is going to go when they actually do meet up with the rest of the gang. I could just see now, the panic and mayhem that's going to go on. But I believe that it will be beneficial in terms of trimming down the enemy forces, because as long as she has amnesia, I'm pretty sure she's going to help Chopper in them, because she even has a pet name for Chopper. She calls him Chopper Mon. Chopper Mon. So we went from Broper to Chopper Mon. All right, cool. Chopper is you know, gonna be known by a lot of names by the time the end of the series get. But yeah, that's pretty much it that happened all in this week's chapter. I'm hoping next week we actually get to find out what's going on with Luffy, because we haven't seen him in at least 4 or 5 chapters now. You know, at least in terms of knowing what they got going on, him, Kid, and Rizzo, in terms of the breakout. So it would be nice to get some progression on that, as well as it would be nice to catch back up with Law, Frankie, Usopp, and you know, see what happened with Sanji and Page 1. Maybe we'll get that next week because we're not on break, which is a good thing. So, on time will tell. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got to give this chapter this week, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because, you know, it was good. It was good to me. You know, it wasn't, you know, top tier, but, you know, it was damn good. And I got to appreciate Oda on this one. You know, he did his thing this week. So, make sure, you know, you remember, like, share, and subscribe. You know, give your boy some love. And I'll see you all next week in the next video. Be you. Go hard. Peace out.